Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Storytime Spotlight. For this week's guest, we have none other than Mike Vaughn and Mark Woods. How you doing, boys?
What's
That
up?
was
What's up?
good start.
Good start. Good start. There we go. We don't have to do another retake. There we go. That's what I'd like to hear. So, hopping right into things, Mark, where did your name come from, and where are you from?
So I'm from Groningen in the Netherlands. It's like a city in the north. I just said 2 hours from Amsterdam for the guys who only know Amsterdam. Yeah, and my name is it's pretty funny because my name in Dutch is like my last name is Bos, which means forest or woods in English. So it's pretty obvious though, Mark Woods.
Mark Woods. Yeah,
Uh,
makes sense.
yeah, I wanted to sound international, I think. So yeah, that's where it came from.
That is a solid name. And Mike, what about you? Where does Mike Vaughn come from?
Well, you know what? I actually didn't know that about Mark, which is weird. But that's sick. And
Just thought
that
my last name, like
that's so much better than mine.
It fits so well.
It's so much better than mine.
I love it.
So Mike Vaughn, I mean, my first name is Mike, so easy choice. Vaughn is the brand of equipment I used to wear when I played hockey. And I just thought it was cool. Like, come on.
And you kept it. And
that's Stevie Ray Vaughan.
there you go. And where are you from?
I'm from like the suburbs of New York City in New Jersey, so not too far from the best city in the world. Self-proclaimed.
Proclaim. Understandable. So, if I may ask, and I think we'll start off with Mark on this one. Mark, what do you produce on?
Like the DAW.
Yeah, what DAW do you produce on?
I produce in FL Studio.
Okay.
So I think I tried Logic first, a long time ago, but that didn't really suit me. And then I started off on FL Studio on Windows PC. So it was really easy to use in the beginning, like to get ideas quickly into the machine. And I still use it, and I don't plan on changing.
Right. Okay.
Maybe Ableton in the future. I don't know, but
in the future. Okay. And Mike, what about you? Are you on FL?
I'm also an FL guy.
Oh, okay. So that kind of made things easier for you guys when the whole collaboration came about. You guys were in the same DOS, so that definitely helped.
Yeah, for sure. I'm awful at working with stems, so
just send the whole project file over my way.
Yep, every time.
Okay, that's not bad.
We did some stamps because like certain plugins the other didn't have, but it was manageable, I think.
Yeah.
So Mike,
like, I'd say 90% of it was, all together.
Yeah. Okay, not bad. So, and I'm going to start off with Mark on this one. What's some advice you could give out to people who are first starting out producing?
Well, definitely don't think too big in the beginning. So try to keep producing, learn new things, and really try to get your product ready, I guess, before sending it out. In my experience, what I sent out like 5 years ago was really horrible. And I thought it was pretty good, but I think it's good to get feedback, but maybe in this current climate, like what the labels are expecting you to send, really try to become a decent producer before sending something out, and try to compare to the bigger guys, I guess.
Okay. And Mike, what about you?
I definitely believe in writing what you want to write. Don't force yourself into these trends and force you to write music that you don't want to write. Like, I know everybody was big into future bass 2-3 years ago, and even still now. I know Slap House is getting big now, so I will never write a Slap House track unless there's a gun pointed at me. So
I don't believe that.
just write what you want and take breaks, because if you don't, you'll burn yourself out.
So pretty much what you're saying is be authentic to yourself. Don't worry about trends that's coming and going. Do what you want to make and produce what you're feeling for the environment that you're in for that time that you're producing.
Yeah, for sure. You really have to feel your heart on that one.
Okay, not bad. So to kind of bounce off of that question, Mark, do's and don'ts, either be in the industry or producing, what's some that you could give to people who are listening?
Well, we just spoke about being authentic. Definitely do that, because I think there's a lot of producers like doing the same thing, and unless you're really good at it, it's hard to stand out. So try to be yourself and to bring something new to the table, and don't send the same email to everybody at once. So try to incorporate something about the label or about the one person you were sending a demo or a feedback question to. I think there are a lot of people who just like make one email and just put in 20 or 30 emails.
Yeah, it's
Don't
true.
do that. I think be personal.
It's true. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you got to be authentic. And what I've learned too, just kind of bouncing off of that, is if you're going to put a request to a label that you want to be a part of, at least be following that label and showing support to that label. You can't send your music to a label that you don't follow, because labels look at that. At the end of the day, you're going to send in music. Hey, I like your music. I've been listening to you guys for blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, you don't even follow us. So I definitely agree with what you're saying. If you're going to send an email to people, at least make it something authentic and something that's going to make you stand out, not just a copy and paste email. So I definitely understand that. What about you, Mike? What are some do's and what's a don't, either it be in the industry or producing?
So the big do is definitely, like Mark said, personalize. Every message or email or anything I send to producers, DJs, record labels, you personalize it in some way or another. If I'm sending promo to a DJ to play out in his radio show or something, you say the name of the radio show, you say, hey, I loved episode XYZ, and when you played whatever track, and then you address them by name, and then record labels say, I like this track you released or that track you released, and just make them see that you actually are there, present, instead of just sending the same copy pasted email to every single record label. And then a big don't get imposter syndrome. It's easy to write music like your favorite artists, but you have to spin it your own way. You have to do something that differentiates it, or you have to smash a bunch of different styles together to make it different.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And that goes back to bouncing off to the authentic aspect. A lot of the time, just be about yourself. And even what Mark was saying 5 years ago, he was making music that honestly he hears nowadays, and in his opinion, he's like, this is trash. And you grow as an artist, over time, you definitely grow as an artist, and you start to realize okay, this is what I know I like. This is what I know I don't like. And that's just being authentic to yourself and what you like to produce and where your heart lies in the music that you're making. So that's a big step.
For sure. If you try to write music like Martin Garrix, you're never going to succeed, because you're not going to be better than Martin Garrix.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah, that's the mastermind himself. So, Mark, what are you doing when you're not producing?
Like work wise, or
either hobbies, hobbies. I mean, you have a girlfriend,
I don't have a girlfriend right now.
He's on the market, ladies. He's on the market.
Free real estate.
I'm hearing some good stories about Atlantic City. So
no, he didn't. No. Yes, come to Atlantic City. Come to Atlantic City. You'll have a good time. You'll have a good time.
But I like to game a lot. I think I just bought a PS5, so I got my hands on one of those.
Okay, so what games are you playing?
FIFA and at the moment Skyrim.
Skyrim.
So pretty old school.
Thick game, definitely.
And I'm working I just got a new job as a, how do you call it in English? I'm giving out permits for construction guys.
I can't think of what we would call that in English either. So you explain.
Municipality or something. I think it's in English.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So you got video games, you got working. Is there anything else that you do on your free time other than video games and working?
Making music, but that's the obvious.
That comes with the territory. Okay, not too bad. And then Mike, what about you? What are you doing when you're not producing?
Well, I listen to an outrageous amount of music. I listen to hundreds of hours of music a month probably. And I mean, when I work, I build pools, so I'm outside all the time. It's pretty awful. Not a lot of fun.
Though. Good tan, solid tan.
Yeah, the tan lines are bad too, though. I play hockey in my free time too. It's a pretty fun time. That's why I'm like Vaughn, really.
Okay, not bad, not bad. So if you guys could, and I think just so we don't have everyone talking at once, we'll start off with Mark on this. Can you give us some insight on how this collaboration came about?
Well, Mike had like a pretty solid track already. So when he sent it to me, I worked mostly on the vocal, which I didn't sing, by the way, but I incorporated the vocal and I did a lot of mixing and I think a master.
Okay, not bad. And then Mike,
Yeah,
what about you? What made you want to hit up Mark to hop onto this track?
So Mark had heard the idea a bunch of times before. Like I had written a full track and the breaks were awful. They were just so lame, but the drop was a really cool idea, like in a style that I've been trying to like cultivate and, create. And like that old school big room progressive house vibe. And I was like, yo, dude, let's finish this and let's send it to story time.
Bro. And I'm so happy because we have a friend in common, Andy Snow, and he kind of has that
Awesome.
same energy, same like just I would say it's not just more, it's more than energy, it's like a feel. And like when I first heard your guys' demo when you sent it over, and this wasn't a mix and master demo that you first sent over to me, it was just a regular, maybe just like session 7 type of
Right.
export. And when you sent it over, I hear the song and I remember I had it in my headphones. I was like, holy moly, like I just like sat there, like I got these little goosebumps on my neck, and like I could just imagine like main stage fireworks going off, like the whole vibe, the energy, like everything that you would want to see, you know what I mean? And it's just like super solid. The lyrics just fit perfect. And I don't know, I don't know who the vocalist is exactly or where those came about, but the vocals that are on there, I feel like it fits the track so solid. Build up to drop when it hits, you hear it and you just like feel it. And there's not a lot of music that comes out where you feel it. And big room is a big factor where you need to feel the drop. If you're not feeling the drop in big room, it's not big room. Like I hate to say it, like it's just kind of just another genre that, like no one knows too much about. So I appreciate the fact that when I heard your guys' music, that it was definitely something that made me kind of like feel something, kind of took me into like a throwback where like I'm seeing myself main stage and seeing fireworks, explosions, and
Love that.
people on shoulders
Yeah,
and like like the whole 9 yards. Like it was definitely a great track. And I'm super happy you guys wanted to send it over to Storytime. It fits very well on the compilation because it's different from all the other tracks on the compilation. I feel like when you go through track by track by track, when you come across this one, you start to realize like, wow, this like it has that wow factor. So I definitely appreciate both you boys for wanting to send this over. And shouts out to Andy, because Andy was telling me to check you out, Mike, at first, because you did the official remix to Lose Control. You did the official remix to Lose Control for Andy Snow's track, which, by the way, if you guys are watching this, that was on Book Club Chapter 2, and then Mike did a remix of it. And when did that come out? Like I want to say like 2 months ago.
Yeah, late January, early February, probably.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So he did an official remix. So, but it was just a good connection. And then he was saying, you need to check out my boy. He does great music, great energy, great flow. And then I hear you guys together, and then I'm like, this is solid work. This is solid work. And so I'm like, yes, you guys have a solid track here. So moving on to what I like to call the little game called One Has to Go. And I'm gonna do it one by one because I feel like if you both say it at once, we're not gonna hear whose answer is whose. All right. So I feel like we'll start off with Mark. So one has to go, Mark. Snare, clap, or tom?
I'm going with Tom.
Tom. Mike.
Tom, that guy sucks.
That guy sucks. Okay. One's gotta go. Summer, winter, fall.
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 Yeah, easy.
Mike.
Not easy. Not easy.
Fall sucks.
Fall sucks.
Summer. So I don't.
What?
I don't know.
Summer. All right. Podcast over. The interview started. You said summer? Are you kidding me? That's the best season ever. You said summer. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm fucking dead. All right. One has to go. Risers, downfall, or white noise?
The down filter, downfalls. What did you say?
Yeah, downlifters. Okay.
Downlifters. Yeah.
Mike.
I hate these questions. Um, Probably white noise.
White noise. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. So one's got to go. Big room, house music, dubstep.
Oh, I would say dubstep because it's unmixable.
We're waiting on you, bud.
Bye dubstep.
Bye dubstep. Okay. All right.
Didn't even have to think.
He said
He's like, dubstep, fuck that.
He said, yeah. He's like, you're gone. One has to go. Sweet, spicy, salty.
Sweet.
Spicy.
Spicy, yeah. I'm with you on that one, honestly. Well, no, I'm with sweet, actually. No, sweet. I'm not a candy person, so.
Spicy.
So, in your guys's time of having to buy plenty of things, whether it be producing, groceries, stuff that comes into household materials, what's something that you recently resent paying for?
Start with me.
Yeah. Start with you, bud.
I think internet.
Internet. You resent paying for internet.
Yeah, because it feels like it's, I don't know, maybe not free, but like, I think it could be less a month.
I think it could be less.
I don't know what you guys pay for internet, but it's.
Yeah, I'm like 120 a month for internet, so yeah, I feel you.
It's not cheap.
120.
$120, yeah. So I don't know what that calculates over in your currency, but yeah, 120.
90 euros or something. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And what I always find funny is I work from home and they say, oh yeah, it's your internet connection that you're having issues. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. I'm paying $120 a month for my internet. It's not that. So don't tell me it's that. What about you? What about you, Mike?
I don't know. Education.
Education, yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, it's outrageously expensive.
So are you saying that you have a degree in something, or are you going to college?
I am in school currently.
And if you don't mind, what are you going to school for?
Broadcast journalism or just journalism, communications, something.
So would you want to be in like a news industry, or would you want to be in like newspapers?
Sports, like broadcasts and stuff like that.
Okay, so what's your favorite sport?
Hockey.
Of course. Why did I even ask that question? Of course. Hockey, hockey, hockey. All right. So what's something that, okay, I got to reword it. What's wrong that sounds right?
What's wrong? Oh, I need to think about that one.
Yeah, think about it. And while he's thinking about it, take a word from our sponsors. Tito's Vodka. No, I'm just kidding. Pour you up another one and go ahead and down the hatch.
What's wrong that sounds right? Mike, you go first, man.
Are you serious?
He's taking you first.
Bass house.
Oh, what's wrong with Bass House?
It's gross, but it sounds so damn good.
I think what I like about Bass House is I feel like it's a crossover to having these like dubstep-ish type of sounds to house music, and it gives it that grittiness, almost like what people would call filth into it, and it kind of puts it onto this foreign floor. And like, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time when I'm making music, I'm kind of like going towards Bass House, and I'm not gonna lie, most of the music I listen to is Bass House music, just because I like dubstep. I enjoy house music a lot, but it's just like they had a baby together, and it's just like Bass House, and it's just solid work. So I get you on that though, because sometimes I hear some of these sounds, I'm like, is that a squid fucking a squirrel, or like what is this? Because like this is some next level fucking sound design that this guy has.
I don't know how these people do it. Like
sound design is like next level for most of these artists. I'm like, good lord. Mark, what's going on, bud? What's going on? What do you think?
I'm going for like, you guys know Yellow Claw?
Of course.
Yeah. So I think like some of their songs are like really, to quote you, filth. And you're like, I don't know, this sounds wrong, but you're enjoying it and like listening to it again and again and again. So that's weird to me sometimes. It's like,
ooh.
I know like 20 people who would hate this, but I like this.
Right.
I know that feeling. So
you're a fan though, at the end of the day. For people listening, you're a fan.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I could say that for Todd Helder. Todd Helder makes some filthy music, but
Yeah, it's like weird. Maybe not wrong with weird.
Right. Weird. Different. It's different. Sometimes different. And that's what people want. But at the end of the day, sometimes people don't want different. They want the cookie cutter nonsense at the end of the day. And it is what it is. Whatever you like is your preference. No one's judging. No one's judging. If someone were to narrate your life, who would you want to narrate it? And I think I want to hear Mark's answers first, since he's all the way over in the Netherlands over there. Who's someone that you want to narrate your life?
Right. Let's think. I think David Attenborough.
oh, come on.
I think I just chose Mike's answer too. Sorry, bro. No, but he has like the how do you say it? Like everybody knows his voice, and I think great. And it's always like pleasure listening to him. So I'll go.
Okay.
No.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. And what about you, Mike?
Could be a good mix between Gordon Ramsay and God, the guy, he used to do HBO all the time. Liev Schreiber.
Lee Schreiber. And who's that exactly?
He's an actor. I don't know how to describe it, but he used to do voiceovers for a bunch of HBO programs.
Huh. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Those
Maybe
are all
the guy from Communication. I don't know what his name is, but he would be fun too.
He'd be fun too. Absolutely. I feel like both those answers. You know, I didn't know the guy who you were talking about, Mike. I feel like he's still probably a solid guy to narrate your guys' life.
I can't go with an easy cop out like Morgan Freeman. That's too ezy.
Literally, that was the person who I would want, though. Like, I would love to have Morgan Freeman just narrate my life with those deep vocals. So.
Yeah, he narrate my life with my self-loathing. It'd be great.
So if I could ask you guys a question when it comes to producing, what is a plugin that you guys would recommend for producers to look into to start using?
I think for the free one, definitely get Span and OTT.
OTT, yeah. Oof.
Yeah, and the Span one for like visualize the frequency. It's free. And when you have some money, maybe get the Fat Filter Pro EQs, and that's it. I can name a bunch, but
we'll start off with that. Okay, not bad. Mike?
Depending on what genre you're making, if you're making like future house or bass house or like more sound design oriented music, Serum's a good choice. Apparently Phase Plant's really cool too now, Vital as well. But if you're making like progressive house or big room or like music that's like similar in sound design, Silent One is the way to go because there's just so many sound banks.
Absolutely. Those are all wonderful plugins for if you're watching and you're trying to get into production or you're just trying to figure out how to start off. All these plugins that they're mentioning, even the free ones, OTT and everything else that they're talking about, these are definitely some things that you should look into to kind of take your production to a next level. So if you don't have them already, go ahead and check them out. So like I was saying, for everyone who's watching, this is Mike Vaughn and Mark Wood. They have their new track coming out called Fill Your Heart out on chapter 3 of the book club. And before we end this podcast, and I think we'll start off with Mark. Mark, is there anything that you would like to promote or anyone you would like to give a shout out to before we end?
Well, definitely shout out to you guys, Storytime, Matt and Mike for the collaboration on Fill Your Heart. I think it's a great song, and I think the whole chapter 3 is great. So all the songs are equally good and give a certain feel and vibe to the EP or album. What is it? EP album. So yeah, definitely shout out to all you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, much love. What about you, Mike?
Definitely big shout out to you guys as well. Shout out to Mark. This dude listens to all of my music. I send him 5 IDs a day, and he doesn't tell me to stop. So that's always cool. And definitely a lot of crazy stuff happening. I'm planning a couple live sets that are going to be put up on YouTube. So can't wait to show all you guys all that fun stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super excited for everyone who's watching. You guys need to stay in touch with these boys because they are going to be coming out with the next level of feel good music. So make sure you guys stay in touch. Once again, my name is Matt Campbell and we are with Mike Vaughn and Mark Woods. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Storytime Spotlight, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.